Laozi, the old master, is a name whispered through history, a figure shrouded in legend and myth. His presence lingers in the shadows of ancient China, a sage whose wisdom has echoed across centuries. Though countless generations have spoken his name, the details of his life remain elusive, lost in the mists of time. Some say he was born under a plum tree, others claim he was already old at birth. What is certain is that his life remains a mystery, woven from fragments of stories, half-remembered tales, and the dreams of those who sought to understand the Tao. Laozi was said to be a keeper of the Zhou dynasty archives, quietly observing the ambitions and follies of men. In the silent halls of the imperial library, he watched dynasties rise and fall, learning from the patterns of history and the cycles of human nature. His wisdom grew not from power, but from reflection and detachment. Legend tells of his meeting with Confucius, two great minds, one seeking order, the other harmony with nature. Their conversation, it is said, was a meeting of opposites: Confucius, the reformer, searching for rules to guide society, and Laozi, the mystic, urging a return to simplicity and the natural way. This encounter became a symbol of the eternal dialogue between structure and spontaneity. Disillusioned by the corruption around him, Laozi left society behind, riding west on a water buffalo. He sought not fame or followers, but solitude and the freedom to live in accordance with the Tao. His journey was both a physical departure and a spiritual quest, a search for a place untouched by the ambitions of men. At the Hangu Pass, the gatekeeper Yinshi recognized the wisdom in Laozi's eyes and begged him to share his teachings before vanishing forever. Moved by this request, Laozi paused at the threshold of the known world, ready to leave behind all that he had seen and learned. There, in a quiet room, Laozi wrote down his teachings in a brief book, the Tao Te Ching, a collection of verses that would become one of the world's most influential texts. With each brushstroke, he distilled a lifetime of observation into words that spoke of balance, humility, and the mysterious flow of the Tao. His legacy, like a stone in a pond, ripples through time, quiet, profound, and enduring. Though Laozi himself vanished into the wilderness, his teachings continue to inspire seekers of wisdom, reminding us that sometimes the greatest truths are found not in the noise of the world, but in the silence of the heart. The Tao Te Ching, Laozi's gift to the world, is not a rule book. Instead, it is a mysterious and poetic guide, a collection of verses that have inspired countless generations. Rather than laying down strict commandments, it offers gentle suggestions and paradoxical wisdom, inviting us to question our assumptions and see the world with new eyes. The text is a collection of poetic paradoxes, each line crafted to provoke thought and reflection. Its words are simple, yet their meanings are deep, often challenging us to look beyond the surface and discover hidden truths. The Tao Te Ching points to the Tao, the unnameable source of all things, the mysterious origin from which everything arises and to which everything returns. It doesn't try to define the Tao, but instead encourages us to sense it, to feel its presence in the world around us, and to live in harmony with its flow. The book is divided into two parts: the Way, which explores the nature of the Tao, and its Virtue, which describes how to embody the Tao in daily life. Together, these sections form a roadmap for living with balance, humility, and compassion. Its wisdom is found in paradox, statements that seem contradictory at first but reveal deeper truths upon contemplation. The Tao Te Ching teaches that the world is full of opposites and that true understanding comes from embracing both sides. For example, it tells us that the soft overcomes the hard, just as water can wear down stone over time. This gentle strength is a recurring theme throughout the text. Strength, it says, is found in yielding, like the willow that bends in the wind but does not break. Flexibility and openness are valued over rigidity and force, and letting go brings gain. By releasing our attachments and desires, we make space for new possibilities and allow life to unfold naturally. The Tao Te Ching urges us to look beyond words and categories, to experience life directly rather than getting lost in labels and judgments. It encourages us to cultivate stillness, to listen deeply, and to trust the wisdom that arises from silence. Its message is timeless, nourishing seekers for over 2 millennia. Across centuries and cultures, its verses have offered comfort, guidance, and inspiration to those searching for meaning and peace. The Tao Te Ching doesn't offer easy answers or quick solutions. Instead, it presents a path, a gentle way back to ourselves and the heart of the universe. It invites us to walk slowly, to observe, and to rediscover the wonder in everyday life. The first line says it all. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. With these words, Laozi reminds us that the greatest truths cannot be captured by language alone. They must be lived, felt, and experienced in the quiet moments between thoughts. The Tao is not a god, nor is it a force that demands worship or devotion. It is not a being with desires or intentions, but rather it is the underlying principle that quietly shapes the universe. The Tao is the silent pulse that moves through all things, the invisible thread connecting every moment, every breath, every living creature. It is the natural order, the unseen flow that animates all things, guiding the growth of trees, the movement of clouds, and the beating of our hearts. The Tao is present in the gentle unfolding of a flower, in the effortless flight of a bird, and in the quiet turning of the seasons. Imagine it as a river, nourishing, impartial, and ever-present, yet formless and empty. The river does not choose where to flow, it simply follows the path of least resistance, shaping the land as it moves, giving life to everything it touches, yet never clinging to any one place. Humans often suffer when they try to control this flow, insisting on paddling upstream, fighting against the current of life. We become frustrated and exhausted, believing we must force outcomes or bend the world to our will. But true peace comes when we learn to move with the current, to trust the river's wisdom, and to let go of the need to dominate or resist. When we surrender to the flow, we find ourselves carried effortlessly toward where we are meant to be. The Tao reveals itself through the interplay of yin and yang, opposites in dynamic balance. Light and shadow, rest and activity, joy and sorrow, each gives meaning to the other, and together they create the harmony of existence. Wisdom lies in embracing this dance, moving gracefully between the poles of life, and recognizing that both are necessary for wholeness. To resist one side is to lose the beauty of the whole. We must learn not to cling to one side, not to grasp at pleasure or flee from pain, but to accept the ebb and flow as natural and essential. True harmony is found in the rhythm of change, in the acceptance that nothing stays the same. Like the river, life is always moving, always transforming, and our peace comes from flowing with these changes. It is not found in constant action or stillness, but in the ability to adapt, to pause when needed, and to move when the time is right. To live by the Tao is to trust the process of life, to have faith that the river knows its way, even when we cannot see around the next bend. It means letting go of rigid plans and expectations, releasing the need to control every outcome, and allowing life to unfold in its own mysterious way. In doing so, we align ourselves with a greater wisdom, one that is ancient, subtle, and infinitely wise, a wisdom that has guided rivers, forests, and stars since the beginning of time. When we stop fighting the current, life unfolds with natural grace, and we discover a sense of ease and belonging that cannot be forced or manufactured. Like a skilled sailor, we learn to use the wind, not fight it, and in doing so we become part of the great, unseen river of existence itself. At the heart of Taoist living is Wu Wei, effortless action. It's not inaction, but acting so naturally that it feels effortless. Like a master potter or an athlete in the zone, Wu Wei is action without struggle or ego. In daily life, it means listening deeply, responding authentically, and letting things unfold. In gardening, it's working with nature, not forcing it. Wu Wei is letting go of the need to control, allowing the right action to arise spontaneously. It's the paradox of achieving more by trying less. When we flow instead of struggle, we tap into the power of the Tao. The Tao accomplishes everything without striving. Laozi's favorite metaphor is water, soft, yielding, yet stronger than stone. Water benefits all things without competing, flowing to the lowest places and nourishing life. Its strength lies in humility and adaptability. It wears down mountains with gentle persistence. True strength, Laozi teaches, is not rigidity but flexibility, like bamboo that bends in the wind. When faced with obstacles, be like water, flow around, don't force. Yielding is not weakness but intelligent persistence. In relationships, meet anger with calm, seek understanding over victory. Softness disarms conflict and dissolves resistance. By embodying water's nature, we overcome not by force but by gentle, inexhaustible persistence. This is the art of winning by not competing. The uncarved block, Pu, symbolizes our original simple nature. Laozi urges us to return to this state, shedding the layers of ambition and social conditioning. Modern life complicates us, but wisdom lies in unlearning and simplifying. True contentment comes from removing the non-essential, revealing our authentic selves. Simplicity means finding joy in the ordinary and appreciating the present moment. It's not deprivation, but richness of spirit from needing less. By quieting our minds, we rediscover our innate wisdom and act from authenticity. In simplicity, we find freedom, peace, and wholeness. Laozi's three treasures, compassion, frugality, and humility, are the heart of Taoist ethics. Compassion is unconditional love for all beings, giving us true courage. Frugality is moderation, using only what we need and freeing ourselves from endless wanting. From frugality comes generosity. When we need less, we have more to share. Humility is not seeking to be first, but serving quietly like the Tao itself. True leaders lead by example, not force. These virtues are interconnected, grounding us in peace and meaningful connection. They move us away from ego-driven pursuits toward genuine contentment. The three treasures are simple tools for a better world, starting within. Laozi's wisdom is more relevant than ever in our fast-paced, distracted world. The Tao Te Ching offers an antidote to stress. Slow down, breathe, and reconnect with what's real. Wu Wei teaches us to work with our natural rhythms, not against them. By doing less with more presence, we achieve more with ease. Simplicity challenges consumer culture, reminding us that contentment comes from appreciation, not accumulation. This path leads to personal peace and a more sustainable world. The lesson of water, yielding and adaptability, guides us to harmonious relationships. True strength is resilience, not rigidity. The Tao offers a timeless compass for navigating modern life with grace and peace. Laozi's journey never truly ended. The Tao continues to flow, offering wisdom to all who seek it. The Tao Te Ching is a living document, its truths as fresh today as ever. Its legacy is quiet transformation, in artists, leaders, parents, and anyone who finds joy in simplicity. The Tao invites us to learn from nature, water's humility, the mountain's strength, the tree's effortless growth. Despite our technological advances, true peace is found by turning inward, not outward. Laozi reminds us to align with life's deeper rhythm, embracing simplicity, compassion, and effortless grace. The path of the Tao is always here, a single, peaceful step back to harmony.